What is up, you guys? It is me, Bodhi Chu. Hi, darlings. And we're back with Breakdown with Bodhi, my podcast, and this is episode 2. Following on from episode 1. If you haven't seen episode 1, it's going to be the video before this, purely because I can't be asked doing a rundown on what's gone on. In part 1, I feel like it was long enough, and I just really want to get into part 2, get this over with. Give this bitch, Snaggletooth bitch, the attention that she needs oh so desperately, and then move on. I think a good start or a good preface would be that I just want to mention that there's proof for pretty much everything that what I'm about what I'm saying, other than a couple of bits. So meaning I can provide receipts if need be. I can provide receipts of bills. I can provide pretty much a good few receipts. The only receipts that I can't produce for you guys that you can only take as my word would obviously be situations that I didn't have on my phone, or conversations that took place face to face, or situations that happened face to face and I didn't record. And I just feel like that's worth clarifying and just letting you guys know that I have proof of a majority of everything to do with this situation, but there's a couple of things that you're gonna have to just take at my face value. But like I said, I've not been known to be a liar. Y'all know this about me. If I'm coming for a bitch, I'm coming for a bitch with straight facts. So y'all know. And plus, because I was a friend to this girl, you know what I mean? So I didn't have interior motives. I didn't have bad intentions. I wasn't thinking, oh, let me record everything, let me keep everything, let me do this. I did towards the end start doing that, but initially I didn't. And I did that because I was frustrated. And obviously I wanted to have some kind of proof that this is the hell that I'm going through. So later on, that's when I did start saving majority of things. So I hope that clarifies it. So also, I just want to clarify as well that the night that my home got smashed to pieces was the night that we went to. The police didn't take us away. They did turn up. I don't know who phoned them. It wasn't me. It wasn't her. Not sure who did. But they turned up, and then one of her friends turned up, who took us to the premiering. That's where we stayed. And then that following morning, that's when the bitch robbed me. She took my card, she took my flat keys. The trampy ass bitch even went as far, y'all, as to take my corset. She took some of my makeup. She took my, what's it called? The Got to Be stick thing that looks like a mascara that you can do your edges and your brows with. She took that. And then she stole 70 pounds from my bank, and I did actually manage to get that refunded. So, haha, bitch. And then the card got blocked immediately after that. So, I bet you shat yourself then. Because when I'd noticed that obviously my card was missing and stuff like that, she was keeping her online banking app on my phone. So, I went to check her online banking account and she'd logged out. So, stuff started making sense right there. And I was like, okay, you sneaky little bitch, I got you. And like I said, when you're from trash, like she is, when you're from a trash background and your father doesn't want nothing to do with you, half of your father is in the sewer somewhere, half of your father is down a toilet somewhere, your mother's a prostitute. Um, it just, what was I expecting when you're from trash like that and you're from just the gutter and you know what I mean, damn near bin juice. That's what that bitch is, and her entire family is, and anybody that knows her or associates with her or calls her a friend is just straight up trash. Gutter ball, absolute trash. And then I started to think of things like, okay, this is starting to seem like it's got ulterior motives. And then afterwards, that morning that she robbed me was the last time I ever seen her. Like I said, her jail bitch boyfriend decided to come and pick her up. And I was going to a family member's to kind of have a break from it. And I didn't know she'd robbed me at the time. I didn't find out till later on that day. And I remember saying to her, just remember who's been there for you. And I had this gut feeling like I weren't going to see her again. So I told her that. I was like, just remember who's been there for you and who's helped you this whole entire time, me. Later on during the night, when I'd finally clicked onto what had happened, realised I'd been robbed and everything like that, She was staying with a jail bitch boyfriend, giving him free vagina. By the way, that mutilated vagina, who wants that? But yeah, she was giving him free pussy so she could keep the bed for the night. It wasn't even his house, that's the best bit. It was his mum's house. But she was texting me at the same time, trying to make out like she was in Wigan Park and she was homeless and she was trying to put up a tent. And everybody, I just want to stress this for when she does watch it or if she is watching it, everybody knew you was talking shit, girl. We all knew where you were. We all know you were selling pussy just for to keep that bed in that dirty ass house, that messy ass house, like with that mutilated vagina, girl. Oh, your vagina's not mutilated because your boyfriend bit it. Your vagina is mutilated because you are a jump off. You are an absolute hooer. So no wonder that pussy's leaking a little bit. Ugh, you know what I mean? Go and get some help, sweetheart. Sexual health clinic, or you can even get yourself tested through your doctors. And some doctors offer free STI tests. I highly recommend you go and do that. And some vaginal rejuvenation. It would work wonders for you. And whilst we're on that topic, y'all might remember the video I posted where she was having sex with people in my bed, leaving her discharge knickers covered in yellow discharge. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but yellow discharge on the floor in my bedroom, stuff all over my bedroom. Used condoms. I found used condoms. Y'all seen the video? Like, just nothing but a straight up, absolute out and out, all around, up and down hooer. And I think she started, I think Becky started realizing that I was getting very, very tired of the situation. I was vocalizing it, letting her know I was getting tired. I didn't ask for none of this. I didn't want to take on all this stress, all this burden. I'm suffering from trigeminal neuralgia. I have an internal bleed. I'm depressed. I'm stressed out. I have my own situations going on. I really didn't want to take on this situation, and it was becoming too fucking much. So I feel like she just used me for all that she could get and then caused a scene like that to happen to speed up her own attempts at trying to get a house because we'd actually been talking about when she was living with me about us saving up, getting a house together. She could get a house through an IDVA worker who, by the way, I'm working on getting in contact with your IDVA worker because I'm really going to blow your spot up. I'm really going to make sure they know everything about you. So, haha, bitch, ain't karma funny like that. Anyways, and obviously, men matter more to you, which is not new with me and my friends. I've had a few friends like that who will put dick before me, and I'm just not that type of friend. I'm a real, genuine definition of a fucking true friend. I wouldn't put no man, no dick, no nothing before my friends. If I was trying to help my friend out, I would genuinely be a motherfucking friend and help my friend. Like, the shit ain't that hard. If you're not a real friend, just don't be a real friend. Don't be claiming some shit and then you're not that shit. Like how she was claiming she's a Wiganer, she's a Wiganer. You're not a fucking Wiganer. You're born in Oldham. Okay, that doesn't make you a Wiganer. You came here, you weren't born here. You're not a Wiganer. Shut the fuck up trying to claim something that you're not. Like trying to claim that you're from the same background and lifestyle as me, but you pussy around every situation. You get so scared. I have a video of that night of my house being smashed up and you're cowering behind me. You can hear it in your voice, you're scared shitless. That's another thing that pisses me off, like this false pretense and shit. Like, your bitches is not about that life, so just cut it the fuck out. Because when it comes down to being in them kinds of situations, yeah, bitches really do pussy out. You ain't seen me pussy out. I'ma stand there and I'ma get it in, whether I win, draw, or fucking lose. I ain't backing down, bitch. What's up? What's good? And that's the difference. And then I started thinking this was all premeditated because the stuff with the dogs and everything else started to add up, right? And I feel like her plan really was for me to get done by the RSPC fucking A for these dogs, even though they were her responsibility, all three of them. The only thing that I am guilty of is allowing her to stay with me and allowing those dogs to stay with me too. But the dogs were not my responsibility, okay? And people from the Facebook groups and stuff like that, they know that. That's why they turned up that night specifically to whoop your ass and not mine, because they were asking for a blonde girl. And who's the only bleach blonde out of the two of us? Not me. And that night that the house got smashed up, she was crying to the police, "Oh, I want to take my dogs. I want to take my dogs, all three of them. I want to take my dogs." She originally wanted to go to a travel lodge. And the police said, "Listen, if you're that scared, like you're making out, then you need to put yourself as a priority. The dogs will have to stay at man," which is what the police said. "They will have to stay at mine while we go somewhere temporarily if we're that scared, you know what I mean, or we're that concerned," which it was a scary situation when two crowds of people turn up and start smashing your house up, and you're looking out your window and you can't even see through this thick ass crowd of how many people have turned up. Yeah, it's a scary situation because I can fight, yeah, but I'm one person. And bitch, you cowering behind me. I'm not taking on all these people because of you. What the fuck now, bitch? Get out there and go and take them L's. You know what I'm saying? Go and take them L's. Fuck out of here thinking I'ma take that shit for you, bitch. Nah, go and get your ass beat. That's what you can go and do. Go and get beat the fuck up by these bitches. Because it ain't shit to do with me what you was doing on Facebook when you was quote unquote famous in the dogs group. I didn't know anything about that. So she was pissing the police off is what she was doing because the police said to her in the end, "Listen, if you're that scared, then you need to just leave your dogs there for the night. Come back for them another time." So we ended up going to the Premier Inn because I said I wasn't going to stay there. What was the point in staying there? My entire house is smashed up. These people are probably going to come for us again as soon as the police go. I'm not staying there to get attacked or fight all these people because of you. It's not my situation to deal with. So I'm like, bye, bitch. You do what you want. You can go and stay in this fucking flat if you want and put yourself at risk because it's fucking suicide. That's what that is. It's a suicide situation. Why would you go and do that? That's going asking to get beat the fuck up. Nah, I'm out. You attacked that neighbour first. I didn't know any of that was coming. You asked me to come over to her house. Y'all were supposedly friends, and she was happy when you knocked on the door. She answered the up from the window. Y'all was talking, and then as soon as the door opened, you went for her. That's not on me, girl. That's on you. Same way that you was bashing yourself in the head with foundation bottles and you was cutting yourself with scissors on your face so it looked like you was beat up. Thinking back to it now in hindsight, that's probably so it looked even more believable to you, Idva Wutka. So you could get that house, so you could move. You know what I mean? You're this battered woman, apparently. But there you are in my bedroom, smashing yourself in the head with foundation bottles and cutting yourself with scissors, so it looks like you've been beat the fuck up. And you started that situation. Nobody else. You on your own. So in a situation like that, my safety's paramount. Bitch, if you want to stay in that situation and get beat the fuck up and Christ knows what else is coming your way, if you would have stayed in that situation, go ahead. But I've got a brain. I've got two boys to think about, sweetheart. And I know you love bringing up my child that is passed away. Let's just talk about that. That doesn't affect me, darling. You was the one person I opened up to about that. And the second that you could, you decided to throw that in my face. It's forever fuck you. And just to make it clear, you had an abortion, Samantha. You had an abortion. My child passed away. Astronomical difference. You're a child murderer, and my child passed away unwillingly. And we'll leave it at that. You child killer. So, a little bit of context. I don't know if I mentioned this in the first part, but her friend, Raccoon Face, he was the one who dumped the dog Biggie. The last dog that Samantha got, Biggie, he tied the dog to a lamppost. It was caught on someone's CCTV, and they'd been threatening Samantha, saying that they were going to post the footage online and that she'd already been reported to the RSPCA, which is true. Numerous people on that street had reported her, not me, her, to the RSPCA. And it was her friend that dumped the dog, but she was trying to pin it on him anyway. He was going to be the fall guy anyway. So once again, setting up another person. And that's how you know this bitch ain't nobody friend, because she's always trying to look at how she can set you up, how she can use you, what she can take from you. And then this bitch is going to leave you in the dust when she's done with you. Now, the only reason she made Raccoon Face go and dump the dog is because Biggie was actually his dog at first. He called that dog Zeus. It was his dog at first, and him and his girlfriend were keeping that dog locked up in the cage to the point where the dog's paws were deformed. The dog had absolutely massive paws because the raccoon face had been telling us him and his baby mama had been keeping the dog in the cage the whole time. And therefore the dog had come out deformed because he'd been in the cage pretty much since being a baby to when we got him. He had like these massive not mutilated, but like mutated front paws. And she agreed to take that dog in, just like she did with Kaya. She already had Chunk, her responsibility. I'll let them live with me, and I'll keep stressing that point. She was going to make you take the blame anyway, Khan. She was going to make you take the blame anyway. So that's what kind of friend you've got there. Same way the bitch was trying to set me up, she was trying to set you up, she was trying to set Vince up, she was trying to set Woody up, she was trying to set everybody up. Even trying to set Yasmin up at one point. Some bitch I met one time and did her makeup one time. You was even trying to set her up. It just gets frustrating because I hate when bitches can't keep it the fuck real. Keep it real. Be a real bitch or shut the fuck up trying to start with me. I'm the last bitch you want to start with because I bring that real shit all day long. I'm authentic as fuck. I bring it here. Truth serum all day long, bitch. I'm slowly burying you. Do you not realise that? I've dug you back up and I've just let you know I can bury you a little bit harder and then I'm burying you a little bit more with these podcasts. That's exactly what I'm doing. But bitch, stop playing with me. She'd already been reported to the RSPCA, which I think I've already mentioned, by several neighbours. I hadn't been reported. I found that out the day I got a phone call from them and I was told by the RSPCA that I'm under investigation. And that's when I told the RSPCA everything. They did their investigation on me. And here's another thing, Samantha. Why did I get cleared and they're still investigating you as far as I know? See what I mean? And I keep telling you this, and I will continue to stress this exact point. God protects good people. So for you to claim that I abandoned those dogs when the police told us that we both had to leave if we was, you know what I mean, in fear of the situation, which I clearly was, you know what I mean, you clearly were, you know what I mean, nobody abandoned them dogs. Nobody abandoned them dogs. So can't pin that on me when you was there with me. We stayed in the same motherfucking Premier Inn hotel room. And then you robbed me the next morning. Bitch, make it make sense. How did I abandon them dogs and I was with you the whole time? Idiot. So I'm just happy none of that shit worked. But bitch, you keep trying that shit. You a weird ass bitch. God protects good people. And I love keep rubbing your face in it. I love it. And I'm going to keep on rubbing your face in it. All day long, every day. And that was a theme with her as well, is giving free pussy away. She gave free pussy away to Woody, convinced herself Woody was in love with her. He fucked her and chucked her. She shagged Vince one time, the first time they ever met in the homeless shelter. He brought her a fridge. They had sex again. And then she's having sex with this new guy, you know what I mean? All to keep a free bed, all to get herself in a better position. And an absolute hooer. Have some respect for yourself. And if you're sleeping with people and sending them nudes and shit like that man whose wife's dying of cancer and you're sending him nudes and stuff, and the motherfucker at the most is spending 400 on you. What the fuck's 400? At the very most, and any other time you get pennies, peanuts, and spare change from him. Girl, bye, you could never. We are not the fucking same. It would cost you a lot more than 400 to even talk to me. Do you understand that? To even talk to me. Would be more than 400. She'd even been keeping drugs in my house, like amphetamines and benzos and things like that, to sell for a drug dealer friend who was called Hannah, who she just sit there and talk about the whole time, talk shit about, said that she's fat and she's ugly and all of this shit. And then I just realised towards the end, like, the more, like, very present day, last couple of days, I realised I'm not being the fall guy for this shit. And that's her whole problem. She's mad at the fact that I ain't being a fall guy. I'm not going down quietly. Bitch, you fuck with the wrong person. Bitch, I'm coming for you 10 toes down and 10 toes ahead. You fuck with the wrong person. So now this is what you want, the attention you want so bad, you're going to get it. Every bit of it, darling. You're going to get every bit of it. Even broken property and things like that never got replaced. My house being shredded to part by your stinking horrible, nasty dogs. You know, stuff like she would use shower towels that we would use to shower to wipe up dog slather with, or she'd let a dog shit all over my shoes, and then she'd say, "Oh, I'll clean your shoes for you," because she'd take the dog out in my shoes. Because the bitch couldn't. The bitch had shoes, but wanted to use my shoes to get dog shit all over and never clean them up. Disrespectful ass bitch. Just because you're a trampy ass bitch and you've no sense of like home training, and your father didn't want nothing to do with you, your mother's an absolute fucking hooer. I could go, those shit I've got on your mother, girl, don't. I could have a field day. And it's a shame I don't have the other half of your father, because I would empty that on a live stream too. Bitch. Seems as you like talking about people's dead ones. So I even found stuff like empty pill packets. Like I said, my property was being destroyed. But if it weren't the dogs, it was Woody. If it weren't Woody, Khan was doing. I was getting tired of supplying Khan. Khan is a broke motherfucker that has nothing, that really needs to go out and get a job and keep a job. You know what I mean? And tell your baby mama come slap me like she said she was going to. Because I'm tired of waiting. Even things being stolen from my home, like, you know what I mean? I'm providing everybody with shit and people are coming in my home and stealing from me. Absolutely not. And like I said, just to stress again about the neighbour that she attacked, that neighbour had asked through Sammy. So Sammy had asked me on behalf of the neighbour more than once, at least 5 times I can think of, can she meet me? And my exact words were, tell her to fuck off. I don't want to meet her or anyone else that you're associated with. Your friends are not my friends. And I never met that neighbour until that night you attacked her. Which is something she tried spinning to the police, that it was all because of me. They was calling me, they was saying this. They said nothing about me. We don't know each other. Me and that girl do not know each other. We didn't meet until that night. She'd asked to meet me prior and I'd always said, no, fuck off, your friends are not my friends. So yeah, another one where you tried setting me up and it didn't work. Stupid ass bitch. You gotta come with something a little better. I don't want to go and meet scruffs and tramps and rejects and wannabe gypsies, and you know what I mean? It's one thing if you're actually a gypsy. It's another thing when you're trying to be a gypsy. You're not a gypsy. Stop trying to be that, because you never will be that. You go and ask a proper gypsy if they know who the fuck you are and they've no idea who you are. And I know gypsies. I know plenty of gypsies. Don't make me name drop. I know plenty of gypsies. I'm from that kind of background. I'm from a very wide, broad, and open and diverse background, bitch. I know a lot of people affiliated with a lot of people, linked to a lot of people. Nationwide, I might say, because bitch, I used to dance nationwide. What about you? You ain't no nobody. And I just grew tired of trying to be a mother to somebody when I ain't got no mother. Well, I have, one kid's resting in peace, but I ain't trying to be a mother to no grown ass girl who's 25, 26 at the time. Like, girl, nah. How am I 24 and I've got more maturity than you? What the fuck? How am I 24 and I can run a household you can't? I'm 24 and I've got my shit together more than you've got your shit together. I'm 24 with £600 in my bank account at the time. You're 26, 25 with all the 2,500 in your bank account. Your money's going that fast within the blink of an eye, and my money's actually going on stuff that needs to be going on, like the bills, the food shopping, the fucking water, fucking, we need somewhere to eat, we need somewhere to wash our ass, we need somewhere to sleep. Like, bitch, how have I got my shit together more than you? That's embarrassing. Even stuff like when she lived with me, she was trying to start a situation off with me and Aaron Whitehead. The only reason I say his name is because y'all can find videos about him on this channel. She was trying to start shit off with me and Aaron, and I told her, she was like, oh, look who Snapchatted me. And she showed me a Snapchat one night, and I was like, oh, that's Aaron. And she was like, why are you making that expression? I'm like, me and Aaron don't get on. I don't like Aaron at all. He's a fat cunt. I don't like him. He needs to mind his motherfucking business. You know, because I know a lot about you too. Don't make me go there, because I have a lot of respect for your mother. So don't make me go there. It's just I can't stand you when I can't stand your bitch sister. I just can't. You're both a pair of fat cunts. Can't stand the pair of you, but I've got all the love and respect in the world for your mother. But yeah, she was sending me Snapchats and pictures, trying to start something off with me and Aaron. And I don't feed into the bullshit. So she was recording me and I didn't realise until the very end. And I said, he's just a fat, horrible, smelly cunt that needs to mind his business. He's creepy. He's been obsessed with me for years. I can show you messages where he's trying to get me out to come and go through a drink with him with about 1,000,000 kisses on the end. I'm not into you. Absolutely fucking not. No, he's creepy. And then she sent that video anyway. And I was like, girl, I'm not arsed. She was like, oh, I just think it's funny. I just want to see what he would say back. Girl, why are you trying to start shit? Like, first of all, I don't give no fucks about saying nothing to no bitch's face. Second of all, I don't give a fuck if it takes that left and we end up squabbling because, bitch, I'm not backing down from nobody. So I don't give a fuck how it goes down. It's just the fact you're supposed to be my friend and you're sitting there starting shit when you really don't need to. But if it's you that's in some shit, you get so scared, you pussy out. She was telling me one time she was with Khan, aka Raccoon Face, and somebody had pulled up in a car and grabbed her, got out of the car, grabbed her, shook her up, threatened her, and Khan had fucked off and left her. So that's, you know what I mean? These are the kinds of people that I'm introducing into my life that they've no type of home training, they've no sense of loyalty, they've no sense of respect, they've no sense of decency, they've no decorum about them, they've no morals, they've no integrity. They're lazy, the slobs, the tramps, the rejects, just gutterball trash. And that's why I don't give a fuck, because none of your friends can whoop me, Samantha. None of your friends can whoop me, I promise to God. None of your friends can whoop me. So I'm going to keep on talking, because can't none of your friends whoop me. She even told me that morning in the premiere, she was like, oh, watch this. And she made a phone call and put on fake tears to her advocate just so she could try and get somewhere found a bit quicker. And then afterwards, she was like, put the phone down on her advocate and she was like, wasn't that good? Isn't it dead believable? And I'm thinking, wow, you're a devious little bitch. Like, you're so premeditated in what you do. Like I said, later on, she tried to convince me, even though everybody knew that she was at a jail bitch's boyfriend's house. Mike Leather, and his brother's called Neil Leather, and they do people's windows. That Michael. Yeah, the one that thinks I'm so scared of him. But let's just take it back to that day in your mum's shed, Mike. When you threatened me, what did I do? I sat on my hands. I wanted you to hit me. Ain't nobody scared of you. I sat on my motherfucking hands because I would have tore you up, your brother up, your mother up, her up, your fucking house up. I would have had yous all in. Bitch, don't nobody scare me. Y'all want to see what I'm like for real, for real? None of y'all hoes scare me. None of y'all hoes is going to whoop me, I promise you. Bitch, let's line it up. Can we do that? Can we line that shit up? Can we line that shit up? Is all I want to know. Samantha, you're nothing but a dirty slut who's got nothing to offer anybody. You stab everybody in the back and you use people until there's nothing resourceful, right? And then you leave them in the fucking dust. And the first chance this bitch gets, she will fuck you over. That is not a friend. That is somebody putting on a facade. That is an actress. That is somebody who has to paint their face on in the morning so they look like they're a person, so they look like they're a nice person, so they have colour to them, so they have brightness to them, so they have glow to them, so they look healthy, because underneath all that makeup is somebody who is not a good person, is somebody who has a nasty heart, is somebody who's just evil. Nothing but a drug-addicted, mutilated vagina because she's took that much dick, bleached to death hair. You really need to give that hair a trim. You need to sort your swinging jaw out. Stop investing in facial filler when you're ugly as fuck. The last thing we need is that face to be accentuated, girl. You need a face mask, not face filler. Just one thing that cracks me up is you said in the messages when we first fell out, after I found out everything you did, oh, I'm doing so much better than... Hey! When people was on your TikTok the other day, I don't follow you, I've got you blocked on everything. But people was on your TikTok account the other day sending me shit of you going, oh, I'm struggling so much in my life right now. Karma! Motherfucking karma. And I hope God continues to serve you that karma, bitch. I hope it gets worse and worse for you every fucking day. Because you deserve it. You truly deserve it. You deserve a miserable life. Because your grandparents wouldn't be proud of them. Fuck them motherfuckers too. Your mother wouldn't be proud of you. Fuck her too. Fuck your father, bitch. Fuck your baby. Fuck everything. You want to bring up my baby, bitch? You're a child killer. You killed yours. And I'm always point that out. You killed your baby and mine died unintentionally. There's the difference. So shut the fuck up about people's dead ones. And for our Trisha, let's just get it out of the way. You're going to have to see me about that. You are going to have to see me about that. Because, bitch, talk all that shit to my face. And let's not forget, you're going to have to see my whole family about that. So I would hate to be you walking around this whole country, because my family's up and down this whole country. You're walking around this whole country on fucking eggshells. I feel bad for you. Stop bringing up people's dead relatives, because we going to make you learn over here, sweetheart. Yeah, bitch, you're going to have to see me about that. And that's what makes it fucked up is I did nothing. The only thing that I've got to think of is a reason why she chose to do that, bring up my dead relatives, was because I wasn't going to willingly be that fall guy. I wasn't going to sit there and shut up and take the blame and getting all this kind of shit for her. Absolutely not. Fuck you. Bring up what you want, girl, but you keep firing at me, I'm a fire back harder. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but Sammy and Woody had even borrowed money from me and then, oh yeah, we'll pay you back, never did. And y'all can say what I want, but y'all can say what y'all want, but when they're promising me, I'm not asking them to promise on their dead relatives' graves. They're promising me when they was living with me, I'll be promised on our dead ones' graves and our dead ones' ashes. We're going to help you out with the bills, so on and so forth. When that doesn't come to fruition, I'm not fucked up for calling that out because I wasn't the one that made them promises anyway. Y'all did. So blame your fucking selves that I keep bringing up your dead relatives. But it's alright to bring up my dead aunt, and it's alright to bring up my dead baby. And I'm supposed to sit here and shut the fuck up? Fuck you all. It's on site with all of yous. I can't wait to start running into you bitches, to be quite honest. Because we've got to see who's got the balls to keep that energy to my face. Fuck is you talking about? So this brings me to a situation I want to talk about. In my flat, I started to have situations. This was shortly after she come. I started to have situations where I started noticing a potential stalker. Let me tell you a little bit more. A man pulled up one day. I was cleaning my kitchen. I spent the whole afternoon rearranging my kitchen, reorganising my kitchen. And a man pulls up right in front of my house and he keeps looking through my kitchen window. We keep making eye contact. It's making me nervous. I've mentioned this story before on Facebook. Um, the guy had blue dungarees on and black hair, and he was pretending to wash his car, like washing his car with a dry cloth and an empty bottle. He was just making it look like that. And he stood there outside for hours. And obviously, I took note of this because it was weird. And then I would start getting weird knocks at my door at like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and there would always be somebody in black. And that resulted in me having to sit down and tell Sammy's idva worker because Sammy didn't want to tell her, and I did. I told the worker about her idva worker about the situations that were going on, and the one that was the worst for me, that felt the most invasive, was we went out one day, we took the dogs out for a walk, we'd come back, and I noticed that there was a fork in my drawer placed right at the top of where all the forks are, you know, in your cutlery drawer. And all my shit at the time, my cutlery was silver. This fork was longer than my usual forks, so it stood out a mile and it was all different colours. It was like a chrome, like a purpley green, orange kind of fork, like chrome slash monochromatic. And I told them about that because it was concerning. I'm like, how the fuck has someone got into my house, left a very specific fork that I would 100% know is not mine? Anyway, it resulted in, we brung that up to the Idva work car. We had a security light fixed. I started taking security very seriously in my house. I started sleeping with a pair of scissors under my bed, under my pillow on the couch, or it would be a knife just because I didn't know. And then it comes out later that her ex-boyfriend that she's also scared of, she's back in contact with. I was sat with her one day, she was messaging him and he was trying to get her to come on the webcam and answer him and she wouldn't. So I'm like, oh, no wonder stuff like this happening. because clearly he knows where we are. You know what I mean? It all linked back to him and the weird kind of situation she was bringing me around, the danger she was putting me in. You know, people breaking into my home when I'm not there just because they're trying to terrorize her. I don't want to be going through all of that. Girl, fuck you. I hope he does catch you, and I hope he does I hope he does all your ribs in this time, not just one half of them. I hope he does all your ribs in this time when he catches you. And I hope that fucking dog of yours dies or you fucking get savaged by it, or I hope somebody fucking stabs it. I better not see that dog, that's all I know. Because I'll fucking get into a car and run that motherfucker over. I just feel like hindsight is a brilliant thing, is a wonderful thing. Looking back at it, I think I was, like I said before, I was too nice for my own good, and that's my fault. I should have spoke up sooner. And I'm so much different these days is because I won't be in them situations anymore. I will put a stop to that shit so fast. And I don't trust people as easy. I'm not listening to people's stories, sad stories. I don't care how true it might be. I'm not listening to anyone's stories. I refuse to help anybody out again because of this situation. I will not do it. Because when I need help, ain't no bitch there for me. When I need a proper friend, no bitch was there for me in that situation. No bitch had my back, but I had everybody else's back. And then when shit hit the fan, I get left in the dust. Nah, fuck all y'all. Kern, fuck you. Samantha, fuck you. Vincent, fuck you. Woody, fuck you. Fuck your mum, fuck your dad. Fuck all of y'all in that situation. Because y'all some disloyal, disrespectful ass bitches. Y'all don't know the meaning of the word friendship. Y'all don't know the meaning of the word loyalty. Y'all don't deserve to know a bitch like me. Y'all do not deserve to know somebody like me. At all. So I'm glad that I seen in the end what y'all were really like. Because I needed that for me. Because I kept holding on in my head thinking, nah, these are just people that, you know, maybe society's got them misunderstood. Because I'm from that same background. I was treated like an outcast. I had people that were disinterested in me, that didn't want to know for no reason or because dumb shit. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to give up. And then it took that whole situation happening and the disrespect and the stress and the being ill and the just taking on that lifestyle and feeling trapped, being on autopilot. It took me being treated like shit for 6 months for me to realize I don't ever want to be in that situation again, and therefore I will never be in that situation again. And it was my fault for being too nice, for being too quiet, for not holding accountability to myself. And I was guilty of letting her, the fucking dirty, slutty hooer, her friends who are just rejects, tramps, and wannabes. Y'all need to go and be there for your kids, is what y'all need to go and do. Besides some Woody, because he's a fucking predator. Go and be there for your kids and stop talking about my dead one. How about that? Go and be there for yours. Like, y'all weirdly obsessed. Do y'all want to do my grieving for me about that or something? Do y'all want to go to my son's grave? Is that what it is? Y'all want to go and do that for me? Because I don't want to go and grieve. I mentally can't put myself in that headspace to go and do that. So if y'all want to go and do that for me, go and let me know. Other than that, I can't understand what the situation, why you're having an obsession with bringing up Trisha, who's my aunt who passed away, who, by the way, she would have never have liked any of you. And once again, you don't get the privilege to know somebody like Trisha in our life, because Trisha Samantha would have knocked your fucking head off. Let me just tell you that. She would have said, Michael, what the fuck are you doing? She would have said, get every single one of these the fuck out now. And she would have woke me the fuck up. You don't deserve to know somebody like that. So don't ever speak on our Trisha again and leave my fucking deceased baby out of it. So a couple of months go by. I'm rebuilding my life. It's not been an easy few months. But like I told you in them text messages, Samantha, I'ma be good anyway. And actually, when we compare who's really doing good in the situation, I am shitting all over you. My life is fucking fantastic right now. Don't you get that? My life is amazing. I have zero complaints about my life. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm sober. I'm around family. I'm around people that care about me. The friends I have now are people that I can call genuine friends. Shout out to my girl Shannon, by the way. Big up to Shannon Golding, because that's a real motherfucking friend right there. That is a friend That girl was there for me at 3 and 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, making sure I was okay. That girl offered to take me to A&E when I was in a really, really bad mental state. I self-harmed. I was covered head to toe in blood. That girl offered to come and take me to A&E. That girl's been there for me that whole time. Try not to get emotional. But I love Shannon. Shannon Golding, a big fucking shout out to her, because there's not a motherfucking friend like that. That is a definition of a true friend. A true fucking friend. And I cannot thank that girl enough, because her being there and her helping me means so much to me. Like, Shannon, I can't thank you enough. I've already said thank you to you a million one times, but true friends are what I appreciate, because I'm a good-hearted person. I try and show people I'm a good person, and I care about people, and I'm not that angry person that was on drugs 2 years ago. I'm not that person anymore. I'm coming to myself, and I'm finding that I've got things to say. I have opinions. So just to have friends like that means a lot to me, because they're opening up to my eyes as to what friends are supposed to be. So I forever love Shannon. Big shout out to my girl. And go and go and get yourself a copy, stream, download a copy of Limbo, guys. It's a really good book if you're into story books. Go and support my girl, like SL Golding, and you're looking for Limbo. Big up my girl Shannon. Fucking love her. So Sammy starts to come back on. I'm noticing Snapchat names that have got very similar names. Like one of our songs that we used to listen to together was that Is You Big Mate Popping Big Tags, All White Rover, Let It Hit Me. Right, so I got a Snapchat request one day from somebody called Big Mad 97. So Big Mad rung a bell. 97's the year that Sammy was born, so that instantly got screenshotted, and I didn't accept the request. She made a new Snapchat with her actual name, Sammy Joe. A couple of days after that, screenshotted that, blocked that account. There was an account called Woody089, if I remember right, that tried adding me. And a couple of friends that she's associated to that have tried adding me. She's made Christ knows how many Facebook accounts. It's getting a bit ridiculous. Just to warn you, Becky, you might want to stop making fake accounts, because I've already messaged you back on one of them. Okay? I don't know which one it is, because you made that many. Like, literally, this bitch made like 20 Facebook accounts the other day just to try and reach out to me. 20 or something. Every time I would block an account, go off Facebook, come back on, type a name in again, like 10 minutes later, there'd be like 3-4 accounts with her profile picture set up. Why are you trying to contact me so badly? I will pay you zero mind after this podcast, except when I see you in person to fuck you up. That's the only time I will pay you any attention. The only time I will pay you any attention, and any of your friends, if I see them, I'm going to smack the shit out of them. So just be ready. Everybody included. Y'all hear me? I'm going to smack everybody. But I'm in a better place. I'm in a good place. I'm a stronger person. I'm more vocal because of that. And bitch, you don't get no more of my time. I'm done with this podcast. I am done with this podcast. I don't want to give this bitch no more time, no more attention. I have absolutely nothing more to say other than, girl, you tried tearing me down. It didn't work. The joke's on you. You didn't ruin my life. You've actually moved me into a better life. Well, you're still sat struggling, having to sell that mutilated vagina. So, yeah, I would rather be me than you all day long. And I just want to wrap this up because I'm over it. So over talking about it. I just want to say I'm happy to not speak about this shit ever again. And I won't be. Yeah, God protects good people. I want to end it with that. God protects good people. And I hope that God keeps on serving the bad people the karma that they deserve. And that's my ending words. So, yeah, there's nothing else really to say. This episode, I want it to end. I apologise that the Breakdown with Bodhi podcast has had to start down this route, but I wanted to get this situation out of the way, seeing as she wants my attention so bad. There you go. And I hope that future episodes, I have a few planned. I just need to film them, sit down, get them done. We can start talking about the topics, real life topics I want to talk about. I want to talk about helping people with the mental health. I want to talk about self-esteem. I want to talk about anxiety. I want to talk about building yourself up so you can't be in situations like I was in, because if anything, it's opened my heart up to wanting to help other people to not be in those situations, because they're dangerous, they're scary, they're unsafe. It's a very, very dangerous situation to be in, and I don't want anybody going through what I've just gone through. So that's how you can tell who's a real motherfucker, who's got real heart and who hasn't, because she's sat there trying to turn me down. And my whole thing is, I'm trying to move on with my life. I'll address this because I've got to, because this bitch is still popping up on the scene. So here's your attention. But bitch, other than that, I'm trying to move on with my life that is actually in a great place, a wonderful place. Can't complain. I am genuinely happy. Um, and help other people the way I want to. And other than that, you don't get anything else from me, girl. And I will see you around. So, guys, I'm going to end this podcast here. I feel like I've been talking for a while. But that's it. There's a couple of bits that I'm leaving out purely because I just can't be asked addressing them. To me, they're not that important. I've got the bigger ones out the way. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode of, Breakdown with Body. And I promise you it'll be something better than this.